Hi everyone, welcome to Skein Studio. My name is Kristen. You can find me on Instagram as Skein Yarn and on Ravelry as K10, that's K10. So today I've got quite a few things to share with you, and I can't sort of start without saying it's been quite a while since I podcasted. I don't really know why. It's just the way life goes. I have had a bit of a slump in the old knitting mojo. It's come back with a vengeance, and that's why I've got so much to share with you. But yeah, I think beginning of the year, I think with everything happening with the business, and it's been a little bit of a tough year, and just with the economy not being so great and all those fun things, I just sort of felt like, yeah, I don't know, I couldn't get into knitting, and I lost all interest, which was a real shame. I did still, work and do the dyeing and everything, and I was still enjoying that part, but I don't know, I just wasn't into knitting. I've had this happen before, but this was kind of an extended bout of lost mojo. So yeah, anyway, a couple of months ago I started feeling the need to design a few things, and then yeah, it sort of hit me, and I am back and knitting up lots of things. I do know with myself, well, this happens I guess to every sort of creative job that you do. If you do feel like your mojo's waning, the best thing to do is just to stop, and because if you don't, you really do burn out. So that's pretty much what I did. I just stopped knitting for a bit, and I wasn't on Instagram as much, and yeah, I just sort of gave myself time off. I also paint, so I was doing a lot of painting and just sort of giving myself a break, and it worked really well. I was able to get over whatever it was I was dealing with. I mean, I don't even know what it is. I mean, I can't even explain why I just stopped knitting, but or I was still knitting a little bit, but I wasn't fully enjoying it. But yeah, anyway, I gave myself a break, and yeah, like I said, it was the best thing I could have done. So anyway, with that said, let's get started. I think I'll start with finished objects, and I'm going to start first with what I'm wearing. So this is a new pattern that is coming out today. Well, you'll see this today. I'm actually recording this the day before. This is the Florence Shrug, and I've knit two versions. I've put out two versions. One is without sleeves, and the other one has sleeves. So this is knit using two strands of our ACM that's held together. What I did is I ended up marling the colors. So marling is just when you use two colors at the same time and the colors kind of mix and look lovely. You can actually just knit this with one color, but the ACM needs to be held double, or you can actually knit this with a heavy DK weight. So this was knit using whitewash and silver fox, and this one was papaya and olive, and you can see it's really lovely. I love the effect of marling. So yeah, it's a very, very easy pattern. It's basically a rectangle that you knit, and then you sew the sides together to form a shrug, and then you pick up and knit the band, and then of course with the sleeves you just pick up around the arm and knit the sleeves. So yeah, this is being released today both on Ravelry and our website, and we also have kits too. So if you're interested in knitting this, we've got kits available. So yeah. So for my other finished objects, I have two of the same sweater. This is a new design that's coming out in December. It's actually being test knit right now. This is called the Navona sweater. And I did another marling type thing with this too. So what I did is I used ACM, which is the same yarn that I used for this design, and I held it with a strand of Lano, I believe. And I used two different colors. The Lano color is a new color that's coming out, and I don't have the colorway name. And I'm pretty sure I held that together with whitewash ACM. The interesting thing about this design is the little squares that you knit. It's like a mitered square blanket, but you knit one big long section of mitered squares, and then you connect it in the round, and then from there you pick up and knit the yoke at the top, and then pick up and knit the body at the bottom. So it's interesting kind of construction, but I like the idea that these mitered squares can be knit out of all different colors, and yeah, it makes the sweater a little bit more interesting. So the body I knit, I think both strands of yarn were olive. The ACM dyes up a lot lighter than our other colors, so it does still give a mild effect. So the darker color was Lano, and then the lighter green is the ACM. So the little squares are knit also with Uptown sock held together with ACM. The ACM I used whitewash, and then the other strand of Uptown sock I used different colors, so you get that sort of effect. And yeah, it's got quite a high neck, it's got short row shaping in the back, and moss stitch at the top here, and then just stockinette stitch body. And it does sit quite cropped, not hugely cropped, but high hip, which is where I like my sweaters to fall. I would put it on, but it's very, very hot today, and actually I'm struggling to keep this on because yeah, we're having a bit of a heat wave at the moment. So that was the first sweater, and then I wrote up the pattern and I got testers, and then I decided I wanted to knit the same sweater but using our Cushy DK base, because I felt doing kits on the shop and trying to put together kits for this, because it has so many different bases and colors, it was just going to be too much. So then I cast this one on, and as you can see, I've still got ends to weave and I haven't blocked this yet. But this is our Cushy DK base, and I use the color Whisper, Fog, and then that one is Strawberry Milkshake, that is Bouquet, and that is Sapphire. And it's just one strand of Cushy DK instead of holding two together, which is what I did for the other sweater. So yeah, it's lovely. It's very, very hot. It's funny because I do all my designing just on the fly. So of course, when I was designing this, we were in cooler weather, which is great because the patterns come out for Northern Hemisphere winter. But obviously here it's, you know, boiling hot, and we wouldn't wear this at the moment, but whatever. So I do have ideas for some nice summer knits. Actually, I've got a top idea that is swimming around in my head, and I really want to start doing that soon. So yeah, anyway, this is the Navona sweater. I don't even know if I said that. And yeah, it'll be coming out in December. So the next couple of projects are new designs that I've just cast on. These are sort of more summer friendly, which is why I'm knitting them now, because we're going into warmer weather. The first one is, I don't have names for these yet, but I can show you. It's a very, very simple wrap, which the pattern itself is a spin-off from one of my older patterns called Luma. And yeah, Luma is knit with a fingering weight yarn. It is very different. It's got a bit of lace in it, It still has striping in it, but it is a different design. But this one is just plain stripes, no lace. Oh, there's a little bit of lace at the bottom here, just because I liked the look of it on the end. And isn't that cute? I posted about this on my Instagram feed. This is a little sloth stitch marker. It's made by Lovebird Lane yarn, which is Julianne, and she doesn't have any in the shop at the moment, but she said she might be making some more, but it's so cute. So the yarn I use is our Cushy DK, and again I use whitewash. I seem to be using this color a lot. This sort of goldeny color is New Beginnings. It's not on the shop yet, but it will be on the shop next week. And another new color, Tickled Pink, and this is going to be on the shop next week too. And I love this color. I love those really bright pops of pink. It's lovely. This is how it knits up. So yeah, very, very simple. I'm on the end part now, so I'm going to start the decreases, and yeah, I should have this done really quickly. So next week on the shop, we are going to be releasing a new yarn base. It's a boucle fingering weight. I haven't got a name for it yet. I'm still thinking what I want to call it, but it's a beautiful yarn. It's very, very soft, and what I really like about it is the boucle itself. It's very, very fine. So the loops I do have here. This is the DK and this is the fingering weight, and as you can see, the DK boucle is really, really curly, whereas the fingering weight is a lot more subtle. Now I would probably happily knit cables and I would knit lace using this base, and I'll show you how it knits up, because this is the last project that I've got to share with you, which is again another new design that I'm working on, and it's another shawl, another lovely summer project. So this is what I've done so far, and as you can see, it's knitting up. It still has that texture, that curly texture, but it's not really full on, and I don't have anything to show you with the DK, but the DK, there's no way you could knit lace or cables, you just wouldn't see it, whereas this fingering weight one, it would look really good. In fact, when I first started knitting this design, the first cast on I did had a I-cord edge, but as you can see, it's really, really tight. So I ended up scrapping that idea and went with a really nice garter stitch edge with a yarn over, and basically this is going to be again just a nice simple summer knit with its garter stitch, so it's just knitting every row, and I have short rows, which I love doing short row shawls. I love the shape of them. I also just really enjoy knitting them. So yeah, this is a new color, which I cannot remember the name. I only just named it yesterday, but it's a lovely deep purple. It's beautiful. And this is also a new color, which again, I named it yesterday and I can't remember what it's, something crema. Cafe di Crema, I think it is. And this one is Marigold. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way these are knitting up together. It's I love this color combination. It's very rich. It's very autumnal. It's going to be a nice autumn shawl. So yeah, and this one here and this one, oh well, this is the same. It's Marigold, but this is Cocoa, and all these colors are going to be in the shop next week, and plus more. Oh, I'm also on this same base, I'm going to have Tickle Pink and New Beginnings as well. So yeah, I feel like I have completely run through that very quickly, but it does say 18 minutes, so that's pretty good. I like to keep these short but sweet. I hope you are doing really well, and it's really nice to be back, and I'm going to try at least to do this once a month. I am going to be back next month with the release of Navona sweater, and I can talk more about that then, and hopefully I'll have a few more designs to show you, including that t-shirt that I was talking about, the knitted tee, which I've got on my mind, and I really want to get that down before I forget. And yeah, hope you're all doing well, and I guess we'll talk soon. Bye.